Nothing, man.
Oh, so, come on, they had announced a lot, man. I mean, it was big E3 for Nintendo this year. I mean, come on, what was everything they announced?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Come on, okay. So you telling me Metroid wasn't shown?
No.
Pikmin 4?
Not there.
Animal Crossing?
No.
Come on, bro. Okay. Now you're just playing around. Something had to be shown. Come on.
Nope.
Oh, Mario Odyssey DLC. That had to be in it.
It was not there.
What? Did they at least show Ridley for Smash Bros?
Actually.
Here we go.
What's up, everybody? Landon here, and we're going to discuss Nintendo's E3. It has to be talked about. We have to bring it up. We have to start layering it out and talk about what went wrong and what went right. People have been all over the internet throwing their opinions left, right, and I'm going to balance the two, and I'm going to tell you ultimately, though, how I felt and, where it came down to. So, let's talk. So, Nintendo came out, and they had about a 45-minute presentation. The presentation was on multiple games and then finished with Smash. But did it just finish with Smash? No. It lasted half the presentation. Now, many people see this as a good thing, many people see this as a bad thing, but personally, I saw it as a bad thing. I cannot sit and watch that much Smash. Smash is a long and enduring process of a game. It takes a long time to make. I understand there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of stuff that goes into the game. But we don't need to see that during E3. But I'll get to that all in the discussion here in a bit. But let's start from the very beginning and talk about what Nintendo did. So they opened their show off with a weird game again. Nintendo does this all the time. And I'm sorry, if you like this game, you like this game. I'm not going to tell you don't like this game because I don't like it. But it's just some random new game that they came up with, some Japanese type style of game where you get in these mechs and you fight these robots. It was like some rip-off Transformers. And it did not look good to me. It's not a game that I'm going to go like, oh, day one pickup, day one buy. And, it just wasn't that cool looking. I'm just like, how do you open up a show with Megatron and his family? It's just weird. But anyways, we move on. And we're like, okay, Nintendo, you're getting your weird stuff out the way first. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Boom. They hit us with Xenoblade Chronicles DLC. Wasn't that long. That's fine. It's nothing I want, nothing I care about. But, they showed us Torna, and it's like the story before time and stuff and what went down, and it shows like Adam and stuff like that. People thought that was cool and stuff, and even Shulk is in it, apparently. They showed, but listen, they did not even show Shulk during the presentation. What did they show Shulk? The treehouse 2 days later. It's just like, what is going on? Why are you waiting to show that? I feel like that's a crowd pleaser to see Shulk walk up on in the middle of the game. Nope, let's save that for treehouse, because definitely everybody's watching treehouse rather than the presentation. But moving on, so we're like, okay, 2J RPG looking games out of the way. What do we got next? Fire Emblem. I like Fire, I support Fire Emblem and the Fire Emblem fans out there. And I'm not going to say Fire Emblem sucks or Fire Emblem's terrible. I am happy that the fans are finally getting this game, that they're showing it off, but guess what? It's delayed, 2019 title. So that's the first thing that, we had to think about. Nintendo said they're focusing on this year, 2019 already. So boom, there you go. You got a 2019 game listed. So right now we still have nothing for 2018. All we have is Pokemon Go Eevee and Pokemon Go Pikachu, and which they talked about as well, but we'll get to that. And then we have obviously Smash. So we're moving on. Okay, let's continue. Reggie comes out on stage. He talks a little bit about some nonsense that no one cares about. He talks about how games are important to the people and the public, and I like games. But this is where it takes a wild turn. He talks about how we've been waiting on an update on this big game, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the entire world thought that he was going with Mario Odyssey. But where does he go?
Before we move on, I have an important update on a game I know fans have been looking forward to. OCTOPATH Traveler from Square Enix.
not Mario Odyssey. Octopath Traveler. That's the update that he wants to talk about during the E3 presentation for Nintendo's 2018. I just don't understand how that is even... He literally teased us to knock us down. So, there goes one of the things on my list out the drain, you know, because that's not shown. But we'll talk about that later again. So, moving on. You know, he goes on about some other... He shows a highlight reel. There's a highlight reel of all the games coming out this summer, which is cool because they hurry up and get them out the way, with, you know, including Mario Tennis, Crash Bandicoot, and just Mario Rabbids DLC, a whole bunch of stuff, Octo expansion for Splatoon 2, a whole array of things. And it's just... I don't know, man. It's confusing. And then I'm just like, okay... We're gonna get this fixed. They're gonna drop some loads here. It goes back to Reggie, and Reggie's talking about something, or it goes to someone, I don't know. And they start talking, and then it goes to the Nintendo headquarters, and the guy's sitting there in the office, and he's talking to us about something. And I'm thinking, okay, they're about to show Metroid, or they're about to show, you know, something that we've been waiting for. Because this is kind of what they did with Pokemon last time. They went to the headquarters, and then they started talking about Pokemon. He goes, "Let me take it to somebody that you'll be familiar with a game that you guys will know." And instantly I knew Smash Bros. With Mr. Sakurai. And I was just like, this isn't good, Nintendo. This is not good. Because I knew they were ending with Smash Bros. No matter what they showed in this presentation, I knew Smash Bros. Was the end. And that meant this E3 presentation was over. As soon as I saw that, I was like, how? How is this over? You show nothing. But I was still holding on to hope. I said, maybe this is just going to be a little thing where they show a little bit, you know, some of the gameplay mechanics, and then they show some more trailers of games coming out, and then they end the presentation on like a big trailer for a Smash character. That would be awesome, you know? He shows a whole highlight reel on every single character in the game, and that took up about 10 minutes of itself. Talking about each and every character. For one, he showed every single character, which in this Smash Bros. Game, which is called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, he talks about every character, and every character is returning that ever was in Smash Bros. From the very beginning to now, you know. And he shows every character, which is cool. I never even realized I wanted that. That was something I wanted all this time and didn't even know I wanted it. So, you know, he shows off all this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, sweet. Nintendo's where they need to be. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And they're showing all the abilities for the characters, all the stuff that the characters can do, and all the changes that they made to the characters, which is, I'm very pleased with that with Smash Bros. The fact that you took the time to reimagine and retool and re-moveset lots of the characters is something that I really wanted. I wanted a complete moveset for certain characters like Mario or Ganondorf, and even Link. And for the most part, lots of characters did get a lot of moveset changes, and that's cool. I like that. You know, they showed. Here's where it got kind of buggy, because they could have ended with that, showed the Ridley trailer at the end, and it would have been done. But no, they continue to go about 15 to 20 more minutes on about this. So they show stages, they show assist trophies, they show like moves, new mechanics. Stuff to expect, you know. It's just like they did a blowout at E3 for one game, and it's just like, you can't do that, Nintendo. You can't do that, and it's just so frustrating because I love Smash Bros. And I hate to see that people are taking away the hype from Smash Bros. Just because Nintendo decided to show Smash Bros. And Smash Bros. Only. It's hurting Nintendo's reputation, and it's hurting the Smash reputation by itself. Because Smash is good, but you cannot solely rely on one game to help sell a console. You can't. I don't care what that game is. One game is not going to do it. And you cannot have the fans begging and clamoring and going crazy for this year's E3 and show one game. You can't do that. And, you know, lots of you guys will disagree, and you know, go ahead, disagree. But I'm not going to sit here and, you know, try to put on a front like I heard other people do, saying, oh, no, they showed Smash Bros. You know, it takes a long time for Nintendo to create these games. They said it was only focusing on 2018. They showed Fire Emblem 2019. You know, Smash Bros. Is barely 2018. December 7th is when it's coming out, which is literally at the end of the year. So from now to December 7th, new game-wise, we have Mario Tennis, and that's it. That's it. That's crazy. That's insane to think about. And Mario Party, Super Mario Party, which actually looked good. They showed Mario Party, which it goes back to the original style. I made sure of that. I looked at the Treehouse gameplay and footage and everything, and there's little mini games, and there's extra games you can play with the tablets and stuff, where you connect them and like the characters move back and forth between the tablets, and that's good. More of that. But Mario Tennis and Mario Party are the only two big games left of the year. Let that sink in. Two spin-off games are all we have this year. And lots of you guys were like, oh, we have some... Okay, you have DLCs. Octo Expansion came out Thursday or Wednesday after the presentation. I'm almost done with it already. It's a great expansion. I'm going to talk about that completely all to itself. But it's great, but I'm almost done with it already. DLC is not going to make up for games. Mario Rabbids DLC comes out at the end of the month. I'm sure I'll be done with it in a couple weeks. If that. Captain Toad, a port. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. This year's going to be dry, guys. It's going to be dry. And many people thought Smash was going to come out with the, the online services in September. No. I really don't think they have a game to launch with the online services, and that's going to be bad. Who's going to pay for online service with there's nothing to do with it day one? You got Splatoon, you got Mario Kart, you got ARMS. Go wild, guys. You know, and yeah, you have Mario Tennis, but come on, dude. It's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. You know, I don't want to be this all negative. You know, like I said, there was good stuff in Smash, you know, that they showed and stuff, and I liked it. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe with it being in December 7th, there's something good coming out of it. You know what I mean? Maybe there's like, that's 6 more months, so maybe that's time to add more characters. That's time to add more stuff. You know, expansion story mode. I figured the story mode, if there was one, wasn't going to be showed during this presentation, and it wasn't. Which, you know, not a big deal. That was just like my one big end-all, be-all hope and prediction, but... You know, it's not going to change anything. That's not going to mess anything up. But they showed only 2 new characters for the game. One was an Echo Fighter, which they're calling clone characters now, like Lucina and like Dr. Mario and stuff like that. Echo Fighters. So they're adding a new Echo Fighter, which is Daisy for Peach, which is okay. And then the only real new character with a complete new, fresh moveset that they really talked about was Ridley. And they showed that at the end and really looked awesome. The CG cutscene again, hands to Nintendo, beautiful, absolutely insane. Nintendo knows how to make cutscenes. Put that in the story mode, please. But really looks cool. You know, everything looks cool about the game, the graphics, the music, everything about it. It's amazing. Hopefully that story mode's in there. Hopefully some cool modes are in there. We'll learn more in the future. I'm sure during Nintendo Directs, there'll be probably Directs dedicated just to Smash. I don't know, man. It just... They showed Fortnite. You know, Fortnite was put on the Switch, and that was like... if you guys seen my list of 7 things I wanted for this Nintendo E3 presentation, you're going to be pretty upset. I don't know if you want to go back and watch that now. Because none of it happened. None of it. But 1. And maybe 2 if you count... the surprise. I had like, you know, Fortnite on Switch, a big surprise, Pikmin 4, Smash Story Mode, a revival of an old game, like a old port, such as Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, Skyward Sword, and just some other stuff I mentioned this on there though, but none of it happened. None of it. And Mario Odyssey DLC, you know, I don't know where that's at. Where the heck is Mario Odyssey DLC? It's just like, every single game is getting announced for DLC except for Mario Odyssey. And I'm just confused as to why Nintendo continues to ignore this game. It's been a year now. Almost a year since Mario Odyssey came out. I'm still holding on just a little while longer. Like I said, once we pass that 1 year officially, which is like October 27th, then it's over. But here's the reason why I'm holding on to that Mario Odyssey DLC, that Isle Delfino DLC wishes. Because... they showed nothing. And the fact that they showed nothing means that there's something. And if there's something, it's coming later, and that's something. So, no Metroid, you know, no Animal Crossing, no Yoshi, no Star Fox Grand Prix rumor, none of that. Which we know would probably exist, but Nintendo decided not to show it right now. So, that's what I'm saying with Mario Odyssey DLC. It probably exists, but Nintendo is just deciding not to show it right now. It's a bummer, yeah, but yeah. But lots of people, you know, I want to call out one channel, and I don't normally do this, but let's talk about the bit block right now with I forgot his name, but yeah, the bit block. Josh Thomas, that's what his name is, Josh Thomas. For a while, I've been subscribed to this channel, and I never knew exactly how I felt, because sometimes it sounded like he was complaining about games, sometimes it sounded like he was right, and I was bouncing back and forth. I was like, oh goodness, I think he's right, but I don't know. But I have finally come to a conclusion that he is speaking absolute facts, dude. I mean, absolute facts. And he put up a video just a couple days ago talking about how YouTube channels are making it seem like we're wrong for being upset with this Nintendo E3 presentation, which is absolutely nonsense. Did you see what Nintendo showed? Did you see what Nintendo showed? Because I saw it. I know the rest of the world saw it. And the numbers don't lie. Look at Nintendo stock right now. Dropped since E3. Unbelievable. Why else would stock drop? Because people aren't getting games. I'm not buying a console to not play games. I'm not buying a console to play Wii U games from the last generation. I'm not buying a console to play DLC all day long. I'm buying a console to play new games. How can you have a Nintendo E3 presentation and not announce new games, any new games? I mean, it was just so lackluster. I feel like Nintendo actually has all these games ready to go, and they just stripped them from the E3 presentation is what it felt like. It felt like Metroid was there. It felt like Pikmin was there. It felt like Animal Crossing was there. And they just said, nope, throw an Octopath Traveler DLC in this weird robot futuristic game and we're good to go. You know, it's just like, how? This was supposed to be potentially Nintendo's best E3 presentation of all time. It was reportedly probably going to beat last year's. Now, one of the worst, in my opinion. It goes down as one of the least exciting. Smash was great if it had other games with it. But no. Instead of spending a great Nintendo Direct in a month or 2 months for Smash to talk about all that stuff and even more, they want to do it during E3. And the stock numbers show how that went. Switch is good with Fortnite. The only thing is it doesn't keep stats. I don't know why. That's Epic Games' problem, but I'll talk about that later. Nintendo. I know you got it. I know you got the games. I know you have everything that the fans want. It just confuses me why you choose to wait to show this stuff. Instead of showing it at the biggest game convention of all year, of any year, you don't use it there. It's frustrating as a Nintendo fan. You know, E3s, when I spend all my time talking about, you know, watching the Treehouse. You know, the Treehouse this year wasn't even worth it because it was just games that no one cared about. It literally played DLC, which I don't want to watch. I just want to play when it comes out later that day. It wasn't really even worth it. So, personally, it was a bummer year for me. If you like Nintendo's E3, great. If you don't be afraid to let people know you didn't like it. Let Nintendo know so that they can do something about it soon. Because I know they have the games. It's just they need to show them. No excuses as to why we can't see Metroid Prime. You know, I heard Bill Trennan said something about, oh, 2019 is going to be is a lot later than we expected, and there's no point of showing you now. But you showed us Fire Emblem, which is 2019. You showed us Metroid Prime 4 trailer logo thing last year. There's no excuses. We should have saw games. You should have delivered some games. We didn't get any. Hopefully there's something coming soon in the coming months, but overall E3 was kind of lackluster. But Smash is looking good. Can't wait till December 7th. Let's get it.